Goeiemôre, molweni, emthanjeni. As ek vra asseblief kan ons onze maskers so maak. Die COVID is steeds daar mense. Kan ons net onze maskers toemaak? Dis net ek alleen wat sal dit afsit. Dankie. Hola emthanjeni hola. Hala emthanjeni hala. Andiniva hala emthanjeni hala. That's right. Ons gaan nou begin met ons program. Sizawuqala ngomcimbi wethu esidibene ngawo namhlanje. With me, I've got my I've got my co-facilitator ona kuhleli phala. Uzawusincedisa soncedisana sobabini. Now, before we start, can I ask Councillor Mhlauli to lead us with a prayer?
Thanks. Masivalena mehlo, let's close our eyes. Ubunguthixo izolo, unguthixo namhlanje, unguthixo nangomso. Sibulele lithuba uthe wasipha lona kumkani kakumkani. Naba bantwana bakho uthe wabadibanisa apha kumkani kakumkani. Yehlisa ke ngoko imfefe zakho phezu kwabo. Ze kuthi yonke into yawuthi yenzeke apha ibe phansi kwefuthe lakho kumkani kakumkani. Mazithi ke ngoko ingelosi zakho ziphaphazele kuyo yonke indlu yakho esihleli kuyo. Masiwave amazwi azawuthi athethwe apha kumkani kakumkani ahlale ezinhliziyweni zethu. Ingcebiso kuzo zonke izigaba zikahulumente sibe nako uba sizithathele ingqaleko. Masuve ke ngoko umoya wakho ungcwele usihla ezinhlokweni zethu njengoko wehla kubafundi bakaYesu. Sithi ke ngoko mnini into zonke thatha le program uyithathele ezandleni zakho ze kuthi yonke into yawuthi yenzeke apha yenzeke phansi kwekhapha lakho ngalowo wasifela uYesu Kristu inkosi yethu. Amen.
Yes. Okay. Enkosi ceba kuyabaluleka simmeme usombawo kuyo yonke into esiyenzayo. Dis baie belangrik dat die Here ook nooi by al wat ons doen. Baie dankie. Now we'll ask the national anthem. Sou phakama ke ons sal opstaan sal die national anthem sing. Thank you very much. Namhlanje sidibene apha namhlanje ndimo zabangu program director wenu Excel program directeur wees van vandaag. Mijn naam is Thandi Sintu. Ik kom van Koolsbeek af. Ik is de speaker van de district municipaliteit. Baie dankie. Thank you very much, Honorable Premier Dr. Zamani Sol, Minister Stella Ndabeni, and the Executive Mayor Itumeleng, Intusitseng Itumeleng, Little Kamalak, and the Mayor of Umtanjeni, Lulamile Nkumbi. Welcome in this gathering. Abahlali ngokubanzi die gemeenskap van daar, julle is baie welkom in this vergadering. Now, in every gathering there is rules. Njengoba sizawubeva bethetha apha, kana umuntu ezawuphakama ebuza umbuzo, ndizakusikela imizuzu emithathu. Awuzuba mde kuba sibaninzi. As ek vir u gee laat sy praat, ek gee net vir jou 3 minute, want ons is baie. Ons moet ook praat, almal van ons. Baie dankie. Ek gaan af met my program. Ek sal nou vra die mayor van Umtanjeni, laat sy vir ons verwelkom. Baie dankie.
Molweni bazali, aya nikwazi banisalele nango. Goeiemôre groot mense. Goeiemôre jong mense. Ja, dit klink beter, ons is wakker. My taak is vir u te verwelkom in Umtanjeni. Mos as Umtanjeni ons is goeie mense. Ne? Maar ek gesien tussen ons premier, dat mensen van ook Umsobomvu, onze neighbors. Umsobomvu, jy is ook welkom bij het programma van vandaag. Ik zal de gelegenheid gebruiken. Zou sebenzisa thuba ukwazisa indwendwe eziphakathi kwethu njoba nisamkela uMinister uStella Ndabeni opha kwicandelo lamashishini asakhulayo umama uStella. Minister khawubulise nje Umtanjeni. Sicele unduna nkulu wephondo lase Northern Cape utata uDr. Zamani Sol abulise. Dan vra ons ook die executive mayor van Pixley Kaseme district municipaliteit om die volk te groet. Tussen ons sal ook die leiers van die verskillende political partye wat die is, die regional chair van die ANC is ook tussen ons, Comrade Khathazile Tolong, en Umtanjeni ons ken hom soos Khatha, ons noem hom Khatha. Is ook welkom tussen ons sê baie dankie. Die raadslede tussen ons, hulle is ook gewelkom. Die program director wat die speaker is van die district, is ook welkom, Mama Sintu. Vandaag is die gemeenskap se geleentheid by die kant van die besigheidsmense om hulle se siening op te lig, se idees ook in die tafel sit. Daai is die geleentheid vir die besigheidsmense. In dieselfde asem, dat is jong besigheidsmense. Ek weet mos by die jong mense, as hy wil iets praat, hy sal begin in Flipstown, Petersville, Hopetown, dan gaan hy so om Douglas toe. Om tyd te bespaar, gaan na die punt toe met die vraag. Moenie rondgaan nie, want is te veel mense wat hier is, wat selfe idees het, verskillende idees. As die geleentheid oopgemaak is, los vir ander mense, gooi net jou punt straight na die minister. Sulke geleentheid is baie skars om 'n minister en 'n premier in dieselfde gebou te kry. Dit is die tyd van die geleentheid om u se punte by die kant van besigheidsmense te praat. As jy nie 'n besigheidspersoon nie, moenie probeer om vandag 'n besigheidspersoon te wees nie. Ons vra daai baie nederig as Mthanjeni dat gaan na die punt toe, die uitdagings wat u ondervind in die area, hoe kan julle dit uitspreek? Met die woorde, almal is baie welkom in Mthanjeni.
Baie dankie, Meyer. Ek like die ding wat die Meyer sê, as jy nie 'n besigheidspersoon is nie, moenie opstaan en praat nie, want vandag is die dag van die besigheidmense, wat moet net uithaal wat in hulle se borse is. Baie dankie. Now, we are going down with our program. Mfutshane ke yonke lento. Right, we are going down with our program. Siyahla neprogram yethu. Sizawubiza Darling Christian Kuban ke ngoku. Oh, Meneer Christian from Data. Just to say the purpose of the engagement. Why are we here? Thank you.
Program Director, Minister Stella Ndabeni Abrams, Premier Dr. Zamani Saul, Mayor Councillor Nkumbi, Speaker Councillor Sintu and Executive Mayor Councillor Itumeleng, all other councillors present, and to you, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. If there's anybody that I may have overlooked in my greeting, please excuse me. All protocol observed. Program Director, mine is, as the program says, but to talk to the purpose of this event today. Allow me to express my appreciation first to the Minister for directing the DSBD to have these provincial roadshows so that we can engage each other under the theme Unlocking Opportunities for SMMEs and Cooperatives for Economic Growth and Job Creation. This should be viewed as a practical showcase of the commitment of the DSBD to assist and advance enterprises in general and now specifically enterprises in Pixley Kaseme in the Northern Cape and the Northern Cape overall. The planning for these roadshows started last year, and it is most welcome to see it come to fruition through the collaboration of the DSBD and its agencies, SIDA and SIFA, the Department of Economic Development and Tourism, the district municipalities and the local municipalities as well, and all other stakeholders that were involved in the planning of these events. I'm of the view that it augurs well for the harmonization and alignment we are pursuing in the district development model, because it talks to the collaborative efforts of all the different stakeholders to bring this about. Ladies and gentlemen, the Northern Cape is the 5th province where these dialogues are actually occurring. We've got 5 districts, and of the 5 districts, this is occurring in 3 of the 5, in Namakwa, Pixley Kaseme, and Francis Bart. Simply stated, this roadshow is directed at engaging SMMEs across the country because the DSBD is busy developing another national integrated strategy on enterprise development, right, the so-called NISD. Whenever a strategy is developed, consultations need to occur. This is the consultation session in the Pixley Kaseme district. So this is your opportunity now to say what the challenges are, where you require assistance. And not just make it a complaint session, but come up with constructive ideas as to how we can address some of the challenges that small businesses face. So on the program, you'll see there's an item for discussion, and that's where you'll get the opportunity to share your challenges. Also, tell us your success stories. Specifically in the business sector. As was stated previously by the Mayor, there will be opportunities to speak about other matters, but this year today is directed and targeted at the business sector. We want to know what it is that needs to be done to address the challenges that you are facing. Through this intervention, we wish to advance and strengthen the engagement between key private and public sector stakeholders and entrepreneurs in the ecosystem as well. Also to explore innovative ways to better support our enterprises in general and to accelerate economic recovery and job creation. Please be to the point, direct at the issue. And also, if someone has already expressed something that you feel you want to mention, consider it to be captured already and don't repeat it. Right? We appeal to you to be bespoke and cordial in your discussions and inputs. That said, Program Director, I trust that the purpose of the session has been sufficiently imparted. Thank you.
Thank you. Baya dankie, meneer Christian. Utatu Christian ubeke yacaca to say, when you raise an issue, don't repeat what the other one has said. Gqithela kwengezantsi. Gaan voort, moenie repeat wat het gesê word. Thank you. Now, what is going to happen now? Sizawunikela kuni, ons sal oorhandig na julle toe dat julle vra. Ne, nitsho nifuna ntoni. Then thereafter kuzoxoxwa ke ngoku based on what you have raised. Ne, verstaan ons mekaar? Ja. Uzawuza ke ubhuti nguye ozawufacilitator le ngxoxo.
All right. Thank you very much, ma, for taking us this far. Minister, greetings to you. Dr. Saul, greetings to you. All the mayors present, the MMCs, all political leaders, and all protocol observed. But lastly, before, I want to greet you, the SMMEs in the room, and I say welcome. We just gonna run this program, or this part of the program, which is the most important part for today. My name is Kosiko Nambata. I am the acting CEO at CEDA. and I'm here today to just run this part of the program. We are going to have, if you look at the program for those who have, we are going to have Ms. Asanda from NYDA. She will be joining us, but she was tasked earlier on to do some work. As you understand that the province is very vast, so that we were able to start here on time. She needed to go somewhere to perform certain tasks on behalf of the minister. With that, I welcome you. I just want to say a few things, just as a guide. I think Doral did give us a guide. Firstly, I was sitting down thinking, I've spent 40 years of my life thinking that I'm very fortunate that I didn't do Afrikaans at school. But for the first time in my 40 years, I think that was a mistake. So, but you'll bear with me. I'll try to just speak to you in English, and hopefully everyone will understand each other. And then for questions, if there's any questions in Afrikaans, bazongisiza. So that then at the end of the day, we all live here answered and Nami having heard what you were talking about. Colleagues, we have an opportunity to make changes, and to make changes or to influence changes in this district. And that opportunity has arrived today to the SMMEs in this room to influence the policy, to influence the decision making. I've done this in a lot of other provinces and districts. What I found is that SMMEs in other places wasted this opportunity by turning it into a complaint session instead of making sure that you make input that will influence the economy of the district that you are in. And I request you, having gained the experience from other provinces, that you do not repeat the same mistakes that others have made. Let's make sure that we make input. Yes, we'll have questions, but let's also make input that will change the economy of this district. Let's make those suggestions that will change the economy of this district. There are chairs at the back and tables rather for SIFA, SIDA and everyone, where if you feel that your request has not been responded to, they are there. Please make use of those tables to make sure that then you can vent. You know, they are there at the back, but let's use the opportunity to do constructive work. I'm not saying you can't ask, but the tables are there for if you submit an application or if you ask for work from SIDA, it wasn't done, please make sure that you also see them at the back. That is my opening remark. You know, the minister is here to understand what is happening within this space, within this district. How can we then, from the national office, be able then to change or have an impact in the lives of the small businesses within this space? So that is my opening remarks. And I'll then open it. I want us to talk. I won't go against what my fellow program director, Umar, has said. So 3 minutes. 3 minutes it is. I will time it, and let's respect one another. There's one thing about running a business, is that there's a common ground of respect that you have to exercise at all point in time. So you respect the time, I respect you at the same time, so that we don't have to fight. There will be mics. Are we ready with the mics? Okay. So I'll start on this side of the room. Okay, let me start this side of the room. So I'll ask for hands. I'll ask for 7 hands on this side of the room. 7 hands. And then I'll come back to this side. If there isn't 7, it's fine, but 7 hands on this side. So can I see hands? If anyone wants to make suggestions, comments, you know, questions and so forth. Colleagues, can you help me with those hands so that then we can start? I'll then come back to this side of the room so that we follow the same procedure. What will then happen is that we've got.
Can they come and make a line?
Okay. So the suggestion is that so that we clearly identify, we can come through just so that we can maybe be on this side so that we can come and talk. I think it would make it easier if you just come and stand here if you have a question that you want to ask. So that we are closer to the officials as well, they can see you as well. So what will happen is that then the mayor, Ubabsol, will come after this question and session, will come to address us, then the minister will come after, so that then we can consolidate everything that we have, that we would have asked. But also we've got CIFA, SIDA, DSBD, local economic development, we've got everyone in the room that will assist us in some of the particular questions. Can we start? So the rule is, you state your name, you state your name, you state where you're coming from, and then you ask the question. Can we have the first person?
MC, can they come and line up here so that it becomes easier?
Can you start, sis? So by complaining already, can you start? Go for it.
An infringement, right? Thank you very much to the program's directors. All protocol observed. My name is Bukelwa Voko Nobatan. My concern is not necessarily about what is not going right or going wrong. Thank you very much for all the statutes that are there that are addressing the needs of small businesses, Minister, as well as the Premier. However, I was wondering whether you guys have taken the time of listening to the very same outputs of the statutes that are out there. For example, the question of compliance for small businesses. I will tell you there's a small glitch there, which is making these very same small businesses not to be able to operate. How? You comply, you submit all the necessary documents to SARS and everybody else. But remember, because you are a small organization, you are a small business, you do not have the capital per se. So what then tends to happen is that the very same bank, which is a prerequisite as far as those requirements are concerned, is the very first one that blacklists you. Because you do not have the 100 rand monthly, if not more, to pay for you to keep that bank account. So what then happens after 3 months, the bank account gets closed, and you are wondering, is the PPP really functional? Is the government aware of what corporate is doing in terms of supporting? For example, we're talking about how can we help you, the slogan of FNB. But FNB is the first person to say to you, after 3 months, your business has not been generating any income, which is fair. We know that they are not running a charity, they are running a business. But at the end of the day, the very same small person or small business who's been trying to make an income, thanks to COVID, is suddenly now coming across a hurdle that is not enabling the situation. Thank you.
Thank you. It's fine. I think we can take the mic so that we can do this quicker. Nyaibona, the resistance. I think the question is just around what can we do to make sure that from a compliance point of view, SMMEs feel that they are supported. And an example was made around the banks. How can we converse with the banks to make sure that the bank accounts remain active and other things, compliance issues? Yes, your name, where you're from, and your question, suggestion. Thank you, ma'am.
Goeiemorgen, mijn naam is Catherine Riet. Ik is van Bridgetown, ik is een opkomende boervrouw. Ja, mijn probleem is, ik is bezig daar om te boer, maar ik heb kinders raak gezien wat school gaan, wat die transport het. Die kinders het ik in 2019 gerapporteerd bij het departement van education. So hulle het gesê ek moet my op die database sit, die skoolhoof moet 'n brief skryf, ek het alles gedoen wat hulle gesê het ek moet doen. So die kinders moes voorheen 'n hike 20 kilos in dorp toe om wil by die skool te kom. En in die tyd van die COVID het die kinders die skool gelos, maar so het ek weer geprobeer om hulle terug te kry in die skool in. Nou my probleem is nou, education kom nie terug nie, hulle het die transport tender uitgesit nie soos hulle gebeloof het nie. So ek sukkel met hierdie kinders, die 22 leerlinge. Ek moet grondpaaie inry omtrent 10 kilos, my hele kilos vir die dag is 72 kilos elke dag. Nou ek het die probleem van my al by verskeie departemente gerapporteer. Ek het fietsse gesoek vir die kinders, ek kry dit nie. Nou soos wat ek 'n boervrou is, moes ek nou van my vee verkoop. Ek het hulp gekry by Molilo Trust verlede jaar tot Desember, waar hulle net vir my kan help met brandstofgeld. Ek kan nie my tyres maintain nie, ek kan nie my voertuig maintain nie. In die begin moes ek, wat die kinders gery word, wat Molilo Trust sê, ek moet 'n taxi kry, die taxi eienaar sit nou hier. Ek moes 'n bees van my slag om my taxi eienaar te betaal, en ek skuld nou nog hy taxi eienaar R7,000. Ek kan hom nie betaal nie, want die ouers is houtwerkers, hulle kan nie afford om die kinders by die skool te kry nie, die plaasboere worry ook nie, hulle het eergister toe sê een van hulle vir my, ek moet los om die kinders te ry. Ek het die ding geestelik begin, so ek wil dit nie vleestelik eindig nie, want die kinders moet in die skool kom. Ek dink as die gemeenskap van Britstown kan saam met my stem, 1 of 2 jaar gelede het een kind terug gehyk huis toe, en hy die voertuig het verbygery hy kind, en hy kind het afgespring en hy kind is oorlede. So ek sukkel vreeslik, ek moes nou vir Januarie en Februarie maand het ek die hulp nog steeds gekry nog by Molilo Trust nie, en ek moes van my skape verkoop vir brandstofgeld om my kinders kan by die skool te kry. So ek het regtig 'n probleem met die Department of Education. Hulle moet hulle transport tender uitgesit vir smart syndikat nie. Die skoolhoof het brief uitgestuur vir hulle, hulle het dit ge-email en ek het dit met die hand ook gaan oorhandig by die Department van Education, maar hulle kom nie terug na ons toe nie. So ek sukkel met my kinders. Op die oomblik soos ek sê, soos wat ek 'n klein boervrou is ek nou besig om bankrot te word, want ek moet my boerdery verkoop om hierdie kinders by die skool te hou. Dis my probleem wat ek het. Dankie.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello. Yes.
My brother, the one that has the mic, just help me when the 3 minutes is over, just walk closer to the person so that they can just watch me, then, yeah. But I think before you start, my brother, we welcome the issue about the school transport and the Department of Education. I think as we start these sessions, and I'm sure even other departments will follow at their own time, but I think it's also the mayor, the minister will touch base on those things, but let's also try to make sure that the issues that are more direct to the panel are discussed. My brother, you can start. Please, let's not sabotage him. Can we make sure that his mic... Already they are sabotaging you, my brother.
No, ba mamela at least. Itumediso di ako hore mo premier me ndabeni. Ere ke bua gape ke re all protocols been observed. Ba ga itse dumela. Nna ke tsegofatso wa motsatsi. Ke moagi wa mo diare. Ga ke onkomere ke moagi wa mo diare. 18 years counting. I want to reiterate on what the first speaker said earlier on. She mentioned something about FNB closing their accounts and everything. But now, Minister, I'm going to come to you and say, we're having a challenge as small businesses. The challenge being, we invoice on time. We hand over the jobs that we did on time. But another challenge are late payments from all the departments and municipalities. I think I'm not the only one who's experiencing that. We're having a challenge here, late payment. Hence, we can't honor some of the duties that we're obligated to do. As small business owners, most of us live from hand to mouth. You understand? Now, if I have to wait for 90 days for my invoice to pay, how do I get to the next job? It's difficult. It's virtually impossible. Now, if only that process can be, I don't know, dealt with, or there should be some kind of understanding, because at the end of the day, waste don't buy bread, waste don't buy material, waste don't transport us to the next projects. Understand? So now, that is basically my first challenge, my biggest challenge. Let's get paid on time. Let's get paid what's due to us on time, because we did the job. You've taken over the site, you've taken over whatever. Now, pay us, please.
Okay, thank you. Part of the red tape reduction, it's a valid, very much valid. Can we have the next person? Thank you, my brother.
Molweni. Untitled Chapter Bulise. I go by the name of Lucky Schwapper. Mine is a bit different because I'm in a sector of NPO. However, I think it's important because we are all talking about job opportunities. As I said, Tamsanga Schwapper, I'm representing Skanyuso Foundation. Brief of the big breakdown of about the organization. As I said, we are responding to the country's socio-economic factors, which is high employment and poverty. So currently we have employed about 17 in our Mtanjini, 6 in Nozwakazi, 7 in Dia East, and 4 in Hanover. So we've been operating for 2 years. However, this year we are blessed to go to a contract whereby we take 50 participants to enroll them in our program, which is called SEP. SEP is a self-development program. It's a pilot from this year. But now the challenge we're encountering is the funder, they only pay the stipends. But with us now, for us to implement the program successfully, we need logistics or rather resources such as stipends, not stipend, rather resources such as stationery and transport fee. So I'm checking to you guys on the panel now, how can you assist the organization to implement these things successfully? Because our plan is to take 13 participants in Nozwakazi, not in Nozwakazi, in Dea, and then another 20 in Hanover. But the challenge, as I mentioned, is resources such as stationery for all the participants and the transport for the facilitator to move around.
Thank you, my brother. They will respond. Thank you. He's looking for issues of transport fees, stationery, those resources. Am I getting it correct? Okay, can you just give him the mic again so there's clarity? Just be clear in terms of your business venture or your business model. Can you give him the mic again? Thank you.
Okay, as I said, we're running an NPO, so it's a non-profit organization which speak mostly to job creation. Lovely.
Thank you. Yeah. Can we also, the team that is managing the sound, can you just make sure that your sound is clear? Because your mic keeps breaking, so that it's not reaching us properly. The team that is running the sound, thank you. Is there another person? Oh, okay.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Malakiwe Makubutu Manoto, and I am all the way from Colesberg. I'm representing the Masipilo Economic Group that is in Colesberg, which is all about empowering the youth as well as the women in our community. So the one problem that we have is that we did apply to the rural development about machinery and getting machinery from the department, and we did get approved and we got a response in 2018, and we only have received one form of machinery in 2020. So So the problem we have and we're facing right now is that we end up having to help the youth and the women in our community throughout our own pockets. And I'm not complaining about that, but I'm just saying the department is not getting back to us with regard as to when we're going to get paid to use the machinery in the proper manner.
Sorry, my sister.
Yes.
I'll have to just cut you a bit. Can you just come to the front because the sound is not, we are not hearing the questions.
Alright.
Yeah, let's test if the distance is shorter, if it's going to come through. If you are not fine again, then we will come up here. Can you try?
I'll try. Is it better? Should I use that one?
Okay. You come up
Okay,
here.
all right. Good afternoon once again. So as I was saying, should I start over? Maybe, okay. So as I was saying, my name is Malakiwe Makubutu Manoto. I am all the way from Colesberg and I'm representing the Masipile Economical Group. We opened the group in 2016 and it was all about empowering the youth and the women in our community due to the unemployment rate that we are facing. So we did apply the rural development for machinery because we work with a lot of recycling. So we work with bottles, boxes and glasses. So the only problem we have is that we got approved in 2018 and we only received one form of machinery in 2020. And yes, I am well aware of the whole COVID thing that was happening and that we couldn't get people to come and train our people, but it is very discouraging to the youth and the women that help us because they are doing it voluntarily because there is no stipend for them and we end up having to help them wherever we can throughout our own pockets. We're not complaining about that, but what we're complaining about is that every time we try to reach out to the department, we don't get any form of communication or positive response. We just keep getting told that things are not working because we're facing a pandemic. The problem that we have is that we can't even sell the material, whereas if we go to places like Joburg and go sell the glasses because we crush them, but we can't process them and put them in proper things because of the machinery that we're still waiting on. So what we're asking for assistance is, can we just get any form of communication from the department because the women and the ladies are still waiting for any form of payment because we were told that we're going to get approved for a stipend in 2020, but that has still not been responded to. So we're dealing with women who are getting discouraged at this point, and it's very understandable when you're somebody who doesn't have anything to work for, you don't have a job, and you've been basically volunteering for the past 4 to 5 years. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. I think that was clear. Is there another hand, the last one on this side? I see there's 2 more, so I will take that one and that last one, that's it. My brother there that is wearing a navy or black jacket. Yeah. I'm not sure if is the sound okay now or, okay, please come to the front so that we can hear you. Everyone, my brother, can you come in the meantime as well so that we save time? Because we have a problem, they're still fixing the mics. Yeah, please come.
Morning, everybody. Morning, sir. I'm not that good with English, but I just try my best to let everybody understand. So I just got a few requests. My name is John Rittles. I'm running this fast food truck outside, just outside the fence. And we've been running it now for 5 years, ever since we started the business. So just a few requests, just one request actually to SIDA. I just asked for SIDA to maybe host some regular arts and crafts and maybe business expos so that we can, maybe competition, so we can encourage people that are in these industries and also having the skills but not putting it to use. So then there's just this other one, and for now as we operating the street vendors outside here on the parking lot here on the pavement, we don't have access to water. And we also don't have access to toilet facilities. So that's really a huge concern because my wife is working with me, and every time during the COVID she couldn't go nowhere to go and use a toilet because the people were closing the toilets. So that's a real issue for us here now. And also I just want to mention, as I know business, and I know business is tough and it really needs endurance. I just, my business, I've been running it now for say 6 years plus, but still I'm not generating the profits needed to. So I just want to ask the departments to please provide all help needed for startups, because equipment become very expensive nowadays. So thank you, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, Minister, Premier, and everybody. Mine is directed to the Department of Small Business Development. My first question is that I want to find out about your turnaround time. Turnaround time on applications for SMMEs. Number two, the criteria used by the department on directors regarding their credit record, because that is another serious problem we experience. But myself, just to give you a brief kind of a background of myself, I'm Sperto Elof. I started a manufacturer company in Colesberg to manufacture iron roof sheets, IBR and corrugated. And I was blessed or assisted in 2019 by the Department of Small Business and Tourism, where we bought a machine of 1.5 million. Currently, we are facing with a challenge of finance to be able to be, before I go there, we were assisted last year by America Tuso, where they bought for us a 3-ton coil, where we started doing our operations, where we opened on September last year. But our challenge is that we are in Colesberg, is where we are stationed in Colesberg. But we did apply for funding to CIFA, and our funding was declined because of my credit record, which I think many of those small business people, their businesses, maybe they do have potential, but the problem of credit records, because credit records is one of the things we experience from the past. Most of us do have bad credit records. And if the government will use that thing still against us, it means for us as small businesses, we won't be able to be assisted by the department. My last one is only that I think the minister was in the Northern Cape. You see the vastness of the Northern Cape. My plea of my request to you, is it not possible for you in your department to open regional offices? Because not all of us do have the means to go to your provincial office in Kimberley. Maybe if you have regional office, no matter those regional offices will be situated in the district municipality, that will be fine. But we need offices that will be closer to our people. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, two issues raised, or 3 issues. Turnaround time. Second issue is they've started operating, they need more funding. So Bonga and the team are there at the back. I think also it would be important that you see him at the back there, Bonga. Before? Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay, I'm saying that on the issue of the additional funding and the issue of the credit record, The minister would touch base on it from a policy point of view. But you've got Bonga. Bonga, where are you situated? There at the back, if you look behind you, Bonga is the head of regions, and this region is part of the region that is heading from the national office. He can then discuss that issue of the additional funding and the issue of the credit record, because obviously there is different issues around that, but we understand the economy and how our people and SMMEs in particular have suffered. So he will deal with that in particular so that you get assisted, especially because you've started the business. And I think the last issue was the issue of the regional office extension, and that will be discussed. I will come to this side now because that was my seventh person. I'll come to this side now. I can see. Okay. I can see we've got more hands on this side of the room. I would take the first 7, as I have said. I can tell you, standing here, that the team at the back, they were the first ones to raise their hands. So from that gentleman wearing a yellow hat to the back, I will start there. Then I would then, given the time, I can then come to the front. Can we take the mic? Is your sound okay now? Okay, can we take the mic then to the back? From the gentleman wearing a yellow hat, I'm sorry to describe you like that, my brother. Yes, yes, and go back. No, we'll come back to you guys at the back. Just, yeah, we'll come back to you. So we're starting from that gentleman. Raising your hand more would not help. I've said, well, I will start with them, then I'll come, my brother. Please be patient with me. I didn't say I will exclude you. So I'll start at the back. Can we do that? Yes, you can start.
Goeiemôre aan die honorable members in die gemeenskap van de Aar. My naam is Johannes Vaas. Ek is een recycling company en een second-hand scrap dealer. En voor ek my vraag gaat ek net die example maak. The example which I actually want to make is if you look at wearing your mask, we see, as I calculated, inside that room there is about 350 people. So in a business kind of mind, when I look at 350 people with one mask of 10 rand, which means business like you will have already a 3,500 rand in your pocket if you're selling mask. Now I want to come to myself. As I say, for me to run my business, I've already go 50%. What I already do, I have already have electrical platform scale, which means I can do my business right now. My challenge is I need a fixed capital and I need a working capital to do my job properly. So actually what I say, I need finance, and I don't need that much. I only need 35,000. And then, with that 35,000, I employ immediately 5 people. Right now.
Okay. All right. So, thank you, my brother. So, 35K, 5 people.
Sorry?
35K, 5 people.
35,000, 5 people. And you can evaluate me from now till the end of the month if you give me the 35,000 rand and you come to my place and evaluate hate me. I am a businessman. I never get the opportunity to do business.
Okay, thank you. So just make sure that you don't leave this room without talking to, so the guy that has the check here is Mr. Bongamkunu there at the back. So he will make sure that you are taken care of. Obviously, provided your business is legit, properly registered, he will engage you. Can we move on? He said 35,000, 5 jobs. 35 jobs. Yes. Yeah, 35,000, 5 jobs. Is the next person ready?
Yes, I'm
Yes, my brother.
Yes, I'm ready.
Can you give him a chance to speak? Colleagues, you have 3 minutes each.
Yes, I'm ready.
Shoot, my brother.
Okay. My name is Rodney Goodman. I represent Fellowship Motor Clinic. So I am an assessor in the field of the automotive sector. My concern is the slow development in this automotive sector. So our children need education, and me, I'm an assessor in this field to can educate our children for a better future. I do panel beat, spray paint, mechanic, and electrician. The other thing, that is my first concern. My second question is the development of the cannabis. Is there any way you can show us or provide for us for the development of cannabis and hemp? Thank you.
Just before you move from him, on the first question, on the automotive sector, is it the regulation, is it the market access, or is it funding? So that I'm clear what your question is.
I need funding. I need funding, and I also need a proper place where I can provide education to our children.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. So it seems like, Bonga, Sifa, you've got a lot of people that will see you after. And on that issue, he needs access to funding under the automotive scheme, under TREP that Sifa provides. Please also see him. I think the issue of cannabis would then be addressed from a policy issue. Next question.
Good morning. My name is Cindy Sakeke, the founder of Sisterhood Heroines, which is a non-profit organization. I am the secretary of the Mtanjeni Business Chamber that deals with economically developing our young people. I have only 2 questions for my minister. On that note, not to forget that as the NPO, we are facing a current challenge of accessing a certain building that was allocated to us, or rather promised to us by the MEC and the Premier as well. With that said, to also thank and acknowledge the fact that the Premier's office has donated to the annual Mr. and Miss Pixley of the Pixley-Kaseme region. Thank you very much. On that note, I would love to kindly ask, since the DDM has been developed, what is the input that the MEC, the minister, sorry to say, the minister is saying to say, as young people, how are we going to develop, or rather, how are we going to develop, or rather, how are we going to benefit from the minister's point of view? With that said, as from the NPO on its own, we need transportation because now what we are doing, we are going each and every small town in the Pixley-Kaseme region to activate the young people so that we find those young people whom are going to employ themselves to also develop the economy of Pixley-Kaseme region. We will then love the minister to come up with commitments. When we leave this hall, we would love the minister to commit and to making it a point that our young people will be developed not only mentally but economically. And
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. Minister, we have what you always call the real freedom fighters. They need a commitment from you. The real ones, yeah. Thank you very much, my sister, from the chamber. My job is not to comment, my job is to just run this session. Let me not be tempted. The next, can we have the next person?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Friex Wanapul, and I'm a representative of a newly registered company from the R. It is called New Flame Business and Entertainment Incorporation. So we are already operational for 2 or 3 years, I should think, since the beginning of the lockdown. But I've already liaised with SIDA surrounding possible funding and equipment. But mine this morning is not actually a question, but more of an urgent call. Since I experienced that government usually doesn't deliver in time. So I don't know where the problem actually resides, but I would say that my humble plea this morning is for government to speed up the process of delivery whenever it comes to the submission of applications, because the processes are always being dragged, and it is very frustrating knowing, I've actually experienced it with the NPO that I also registered some time ago. So I would just like to emphasize that government should really speed up the process of delivery. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Reduce the red tape and speed up the process of delivery. But also I wanted to, I heard you talking about SIDA. The provincial manager for SIDA is here. Just make sure that whatever you ask for, you see her. She is sitting here at the front. So make sure that you see her so that you can be assisted with what you're looking for. Can we have the next person?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Bakolele Ntloko. I am the founder of an ICT company called Royal Fame. My questions are very simple and straight to the point. I first want to understand from SIDA. We have an incubator that is a white elephant. It has been here for over 5 to 7 years. We've been running programs to develop ICT in Mtanjeni, but that incubator has not occupied any programs that can, I believe that they can develop our ICT and technologies within the municipality. So my question is, what is the agency doing to make sure the incubator in the TVET college is being utilized by companies such as mine? Secondly, I just want to ask the provincial government that in regarding the solar companies, their CSIs, they have been running programs to fund a lot of entrepreneurs, and a lot of money has been injected in those programs. I think a lot of fellow entrepreneurs can testify to the fact that there has not been a thorough impact regarding those programs. So can the government please look into that, because I believe that our people have been robbed in those regards. Thirdly, I just want to ask the minister regarding the upcoming big developments regarding the cargo hub. The government is saying that 30% of the procurement of that development will be localized. Can you please comment on that as well? How are we going to directly benefit in that procurement? I have a lot of points. I see my time is being cut off.
It is. Thanks, my brother. I think we got you loud and clear. I just got worried when you started and you said, I'm running a company called, then you looked at your phone, and I'm like, hey, is it possible that you don't know the name of the company that you are running? That's on the lighter note. Can we have the next person?
Thank you very much, Program Director. All protocols observed. My name is Lifunyati. I'm the chairperson of Mtanjeni Business Chamber. Just a brief one, Honorable Minister and you, Honorable Premier. We just want to give you an overview on where the name DR comes from. You know, the name DR it's a vein where everyone meets. So in short, what I was trying to say, DR used to be a junction, an intersection of Transnet train station. So by so saying, Minister, what is the government going to put in place that this...
Sorry, just please bring the mic close because we can't hear.
Yeah, well, the question that I would like to ask to you, Honorable Minister, what is the government going to put in place that this revived and the SMMEs fully benefit from this intersection? And the second one is that one, there is these projects that have been registered with the Treasury, the Triple P's projects, of which one is in Namakwa and the one is going to start very, very soon here in DR, of which is the Transnet Logistical Hub. So, Honorable Minister, we want to know that what positioning and engagement you had with National Treasury at involving all SMMEs here locally and in respective communities. And the last one is about this renewable energy that my colleague have said. It says renewable energy in all forms, meeting hydro, wind and solar, is the new way of source of energy. So we want to know, Minister, what training have you as the government have put in place to better lives of people and distress poverty in respective of community and SMMEs? And sorry, just Program Director, the last one, we also need the Minister to prepare us for these developments that are coming. And as we know, the SMMEs that are here in DR are the small SMMEs, so we don't want them to be called the small SMMEs anymore. We want to see them competing with the big sharks, being called the medium enterprise companies. Thank you.
Okay, I'm sure also the mayor would touch base on some of the local projects, including the Namakwa, the intersection and so forth. And then, okay. So the team that has been tasked to look at the hands, I'll be worried if I see more hands. No, guys, you can relax here. From this half coming, you can relax. I'll be worried now I'm getting worried because I'm seeing more hands coming up from the front of where you are. So please do your job. Okay, we can start, sis.
Thank you, Program Director, and good morning to everyone. My name is Fundiswa Koyiya, and I am the owner of a brand called Black Fura Creations.
Yeah, continue.
I'm a clothing designer, and I've also recently discovered that I can make furniture as well, thanks to COVID for that. Mine is most probably directed to our local leadership. I just want to ask, as far as I can remember or as far as I can know, our local municipalities have LED officers. And I just want to know, what role are our local municipalities playing in making sure that the small businesses that are based in our areas are taken care of? Because I'm asking this, I started this in 2008, and I've been hustling from then till now. Most of the people that are here know me. But I have a issue or problem because I don't really see where our local leadership step in to assist small businesses, whereas we have LED managers. For instance, this place, this hall, or inside or outside, it was supposed to be crawling with people exhibiting their work, because I know for a fact that there are a lot of people who do craft who are here. Some people only got calls last night to come and attend this event. Where is the problem with communicating events like this to people who are really concerned or affected by events like this?
Thank you.
It pains me that you can be a small business since, for instance, I'm speaking for myself, 2008 up until now, and you are still referred to as a small business. And secondly, our local LEDs, I'm sure they should be having a list of all the small businesses that are in this area. But when it comes down to them populating the communication to these people, they fail somehow. And then you will always hear afterwards that there was an event like this looking for small business owners, and yet you don't get the information. But when the events do come, you see people receiving vouchers or whatever who you know for a fact that don't have businesses. So what is it that we have to do at a local level or as small business owners to convince our local leaders that we are here, we want to add to the development of our economy in our own towns? Lastly, I was very much disappointed when one of our local leaders explicitly told me that maybe you should take your craft to a place like Joburg. Why can't my craft grow in my own place? Why should our area only be known for the negative things that are happening here? And yet we are here, we can change that. We can bring a positive change to our country, our town, but we are not afforded the opportunity to do so. Thank you very much.
All right. I see that what you're saying resonates with a lot of the SMMEs in the room. I let that run because I believe that you were speaking for many, so that then we don't have a repeat of what you were saying. I think the big thing is, one, communication, making sure that the SMMEs are aware of the opportunities and the events. Two is then opening markets to make sure that the work that is done here, there's markets for the work that is done here. However, I must say that the market doesn't end here. So you can sell here, but also you must open opportunities, or you must be open to get opportunities from anywhere else in the country and the world. So, but then the work of the LED officers has been questioned to say, what is their work? It looks like you don't see the visibility of the LED offices. I think that covers what you were saying in a nutshell. So I'm not seeing my team that is on the ground. No, we passed this side of the room. There's other hands that are coming up now after. So I will start again here. So let me start from, no, go back. Let me start from this gentleman here. Wait, just wait. Raising it more higher, colleagues, doesn't help. When we have time, I'll come back. Can we start with this gentleman here? Just straight to me, and then we move, yeah, that row. No, this one. And then we'll come to you, Bab. The one next to him, yes. Can you see me? No, wait. Look at me. The gentleman next to the one that was standing, can you start with him? Can you give him the mic? You can shoot, Bab.
Good afternoon. My name is Siabulela September. I come from the dusty streets of Bridgetown. I'm the owner of Satis Constructions, but we are facing as a challenge as young people in the tender industry, especially the constructions. Every time we go out and bid for a tender, they tell us that we don't have experience, so we must wait. So I don't understand how will we gain experience if we never get opportunity to prove ourselves. But I have a question to the Premier, Mr. Zamani Sol. I want to know, since we are a lot of young people into constructions, I've shoved my business a bit. How can the Premier assist me? Since I've started, I want to start a sustainable project in Bridgetown, which will manufacture paving. We have a lot of dusty streets in Bridgetown, and our unemployment rate is through the roof in Bridgetown. So how can the Premier assist me to start this project in order to employ people and to pave our dusty streets in Bridgetown? Thank you.
Thank you. So can I just, in the interest of time, can I just change the rules of engagement? 2 minutes each, because there's a lot of hands. Please don't switch it on and off when you're moving it so that we can quickly start. Shoot, my brother.
Okay, protocol observed. Minister, Premier and Mayor, good morning everyone. My name is TK Matthijs, kom ek praat Afrikaans. My naam is TK Matthijs, ek is van Bridgetown. In Bridgetown het ons construction forum en ons construction forum het onlangs 'n vergadering gesit. In Bridgetown sal jy altyd sien daar is baie goeie kommunikasie due to the fact of the construction forum. Maar soos u ook gesien het, hier is baie mense van Bridgetown wat al gepraat het. Die rede hoekom hier baie mense is wat praat van Bridgetown, ons sit met 'n groot probleem in Bridgetown. Nie eintlik 'n probleem nie, 'n groot tydbom. En dit is unemployment wat ons mee sit in Bridgetown. Want soos ek al gekyk het ek gesien dat Bridgetown is al enigste plek in die Noord-Kaap met 100% unemployment. U kan my vra ook hoe ek by 100% gekom, want as jy kyk na die population of Bridgetown, dan sal jy sien Bridgetown het 100% unemployment syfer. En dit is erg, regtig, dit kan nie verder gaan nie. Regtig, dit kan nie so aangaan nie. Maar die construction forum het gesit en hulle het met 'n plan opgekom. Hulle het opgekom met 'n cooperative. Die rede hoekom hulle opgekom het met die cooperative, hulle het gekyk na die need om te eradicate unemployment for a sustainable project. A sustainable project
soos 'n hoenderplaas. Ons het gekyk vir 'n hoenderplaas in Bridgetown. Dis hoekom is ons baie bly die premier en die minister is hier vandag. So ons wil hê hulle moet vir Bridgetown vandag aan die hand vat. Hulle moet vandag vir ons sê, guys, kom julle na die tafel toe, laat ons sit oor die projek. En die ander ding is, ons wil regtig hê, hulle moet vir ons verwys na Sida toe nie, want hy is 'n doodloopstraat. U kan gaan kyk by Sida. Ons weet nie hoe werk Sida nie. Ons weet nie hoe werk Sida nie. Jy kan nou na Sida toe, jy kan nou Sida toe gaan, dan sê jy, ek wil 'n varke boerdery begin, dan sê hulle vir jou, begin met die hokke. As jy klaar is met die hokke, dan sê jy vir hulle, guys, ek is klaar met die hokke, dan sê hulle vir jou, koop at least 2 varke. As jy die 2 varke gekoop het, dan sê hulle vir jou, ons gaan nou vir jou mense kry om jou varke te koop. Jy wil jou dan met niks nog gehelp nie. Hulle wil nou jou besigheid verkoop. Nee, maar ek dink julle moet vir ons verwys na Sida toe. Maar die hoofprobleem wat ons het, ek wil net byvoeg hierso wat my collega hier langers my gesê het, dat die challenge wat ons het by die construction. By die construction, ek hoop die ding gaan gebeur en gebeur en gebeur, because last, toe was die minister, Fikile Mbalula supposed om hier te wees, maar die minister ongelukkig was hier nie. Dat help jy ons kry panels, mense wat hier kom sit, en as die panels weg gaan, dan gebeur aan niks nie. Because last was die board van Sandra hier gewees. Die board van Sandra was hier gewees. Die chairperson van Sandra het vir ons gebeloof, guys, ons is hier in die Noordkap vir julle vir ontwikkeling. Ons is hier vir julle as jy klaargemaak het met 'n projek op enige paaie van ons, dan het jy daarom 'n masjien, maak nie saak, alles het 'n klein masjienkie. Maar hy ding gebeur nie, wat nou gebeur is, ek wil hê julle moet regtig vir ons, die chairperson minister, laat kom vir ons die chairperson van Sandra se board. Want wat nou gebeur is, mense kry projekte op Sandra se paaie. As hulle klaar maak met die projekte, word jy hy man skuld, die hoofkontrakteur, en nee, hoe op aarde kom hulle op die so? Nee mense, dit kan nie so gaan nie. Die man skuld dan nog na die hoofkontrakteur, maar hy is veronderstel om ontwikkel, hy moet nog ontwikkel word. Maar op die einde van die dag as hy wegstap, dan hoor jy skuld 35 of hy skuld 40.000. En nou by Sandra, by die projekte, die mense, hy wil people, daar so, jy moet, as jy begin, meneer, I'm concluding, daar so, as jy gaan, daar jy kry, for instance, jy kry 'n project, jy begin, jy het nog nooit gewerkie, nee, luister net, jy het nog nooit gewerkie, jy sit klaar met stress, waar hy heel eerste speaker gesê het, van die bankrekening, dat is jou eerste stress, nou kom jy in, jy het 'n project gekry, jy kom nou, jy moet nou medies doen, op jou eie, jy moet nou medies doen, jy moet nou PPE koop, jy moet materiaal op, jy het nog nooit gewerk, jy het die geld nie, jy sit met die stress van die bank. Hoe ontwikkel die mense, die small entrepreneurs op Sandra se paaie? Ons het 'n ernstige probleem met Sandra, regtig. En ek wil regtig hê die minister moet die chairperson van die Sandra board laat kom, de aard toe, laat ons kan met hom engage. Dankie.
So colleague, yeah, please come start here. Team, SMMEs in the house. I know that we all have a lot to say, you know, but we all know what 2 minutes is. At 12 o'clock, I have to close the question and thinking session. Now, if you take 5 minutes, then it's not fair to other SMMEs, even if you are making sense, but it's unfair to the other guys when you take 5 minutes to speak. Can we have the next person?
Good day, I'm Talita Boyson.
Guys, can you just wait?
I'm Talita Boyson. I have a company called Absolute Digital Technovine. The reason why I'm standing is because I was been working on the housing project there in our area, in the R-East. That construction really have messed our town because unfortunately our local leaders can't do nothing. I was a contractor on site. We went personally to the office of Kokta to engage with them and go and tell them our challenges. That was last year. They never come back to us. We tried to call them numerously times and we are still owned. It's like this gentleman is saying, we have to use money out of our pockets, put in a lot of effort, put in a lot of time, and still till today, that is 2020, we start working there. We never get paid. The houses is not going forward. And the small SMMEs, they have go with so much hope in confidence that they will develop their town, are sitting with nothing. We are still in a race with our people. Some people are even go to the walks with us and go and tell the walks we don't want to pay them. We have to take money out of our pockets. Our husbands want to beat us because it's the money of the children, and still we didn't get paid. I really want to know what is the government going to do about that project, because it was crippling our economy.
Sorry, is the problem work is done, but you are not getting paid?
We didn't get paid.
Okay.
They have a lot of excuses, but it's not our fault. Come to the table where we sit about it.
Okay. I think it's clear.
Okay, he's on.
Good morning. My name is Fune Kamiza from DR. I'm a street vendor, a deregistered street vendor. My problem is the compliance of funding to the street vendors. It doesn't suit our way of working, because the way we are working as street vendors is very different from other businesses that are sustainable. So, for me to have a business account, I saw it cost me my business, so it ended up being closed. And then the other issue is, for instance, the funding of the COVID relief fund. Ne? Unfortunately, in my family were street vendors. Here is my mother here. She's also a street vendor selling veg. But we never benefited in anything in Mthanjeni.
So, sorry, so you applied?
We are applying. I'm sending my mothers everything every day. I even told them,
Sorry,
you mustn't make your statistics with our businesses. It's better you leave us, because we are not benefiting
So
anything.
I want to help you. So you applied for the informal funding that is offered by the department via CIFA. I just want to know yes or no, so then I can help you.
Yes, I did now apply, but I was not informed. The way it's, you overhear with someone saying this, then you also go and run.
Okay.
After that, we are never formally informed this is the funding for you guys.
Okay. I think the issue of communication and communicating is fine. We got you. The issue of communicating and communicating programs becomes key. But there is an informal program for the street vendors. They will help you there at the back. SIDA and CIFA will help you with that. So then you are able to get the funding that you need to run your business. Yes, you can continue.
Greetings to all of you in this place. Ek is baie gemakkelijk in Afrikaans. We gaan Afrikaans praat. Mijn naam is Joshua Greef. Ek is in die bakbedrijf. Ek is een hustler. Ek sien van my collega's as ook hier binne. Ek wil vir u 'n scenario skets wat gebaseer is op my vraag. Ek weet van 'n vriendin van my wat sy broer sit met die hele equipment van 'n bakkery. Maar uit die huis gekoop en nou sit hy met die bakkery equipment. En aan die einde van die dag sê munisipaliteit vir hom dat hy kan nie besigheid maak nie, want die grond as hy gehersoneer nie. My concern wat reis, en is 'n irritasie vir my. Die Somaliërs en die Pakistaners kom binne die arend, hulle kom maak en breek soos wat hulle maak. We don't have necessary funds to buy houses and to do our businesses. So why can't we do business at our houses? Hoekom kan ons nie besigheid doen nie? Wat moet ons doen moet ons agterom gaan en 'n geldjie op die tafel neersit sodat ons kan hoor ons plekke is gehersoneer. Dit is my concern. Daar is hustlers hierso. Wat staan hier by die stadsaal en ek myself saam met die ander gade, ons staan by Shoprite. Ek weet van iemand wat al 15 jaar hier by die stadsaal staan.
sonder 'n shade. As dit reën, dan moet sy oppak. As die stof waai, dan moet sy oppak. As dit koud is, dan moet sy oppak. My pleidooi is, hoekom dan nie kyk na ons nie? Hoekom nie vir ons 'n shade bou nie? Because that is our livelihood. As dit vir 'n week reën, dan kan ons die besigheid maak nie. Ons beweeg van die hand tot die mond. Ons wat hustlers is. And the visibility of us is here. Ons ken onsself in hierdie vertrekken. We need equipment. We need funds for a daily basis. En ons need funds om ingredients te koop. I thank you very much.
Thank you. Angiko good. I'm not good in Afrikaans, but I know you touched on the issue of the Pakistanis and everyone running businesses in this country. And it should be addressed from a policy point of view. We've been getting that comment everywhere we've been. Yes, my brother. Can you give him the mic?
Kan ek?
Nang, yeah, this one.
Okay, goed, kan
Yeah,
ek maar
please, I trust you. 2 minutes.
Dankie. Goeiedag, my naam is Jan Frederiks. Ek is eienaar van J. Frederiks Holdings and Services, maar dan is ek ook die founder van een non-profit organization genaamd Kings and Peace Community Development. Ek wil toch net vir die plaaslike kantoor van sê dat sê baie dankie met hulle hulp. Hulle was baie opstandig met die aansoeke wat ons gedoen het by hulle. Maar ek wil terwyl die burgemeester hier is en die minister hier is en die premier, wil ek toch net hierdie issue raise. Vir die afgelopen 4 jaar het ons aansoek gedoen vir grond, ek dink is 2018, en die raad het die grond aan ons toegeëien om een disability plek daar te bou. En as toe ons nou weer kom, toe moet ons nou geld betaal, 40.000 rand betaal om die grond te kan ontwikkel. Ons as non-profit organisations, ons het die geld, ons krijg nog die funding, nie, want Lotto soek erfnommer. Ons kan nie een erfnommer kry nie, want die grond wat ons voor aansoek gedoen het, wat toegeken is, ons goedgekeer is vir ontwikkeling, kan ons nie ontwikkel nie, ons kan nie daar plek bou vir die mense met gestremdhede nie, want ons het die geld nie. Ek het 'n afspraak gemaak met die burgemeester se kantoor, dat was veronderstel om maandag te wees, maar die ou was besig, ek verstaan dit. Maar ek wil toch net vra dat die minister of die burgemeester moet vir ons assist. Ons as nie-winsgewende organisasies het die geld om grond te koop nie. Asseblief wil julle nie net vir ons assist om die grond te kan bekom of om die erfnommer te kan bekom, sodat ons kan beginnen om 'n disabled plek op te sit binne in die aar, sodat ons onze gestremde mense kan help. Baie dankie.
Thank you very much. I've come down so that I can manage this thing myself because I'm not getting the joy I need from the top. You can start, Bob. 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Alright. Ndibulisele kwiindebe bazonke ezihlele phaa ngaphambili kumntu wonke okhoyo apha. Mna ndingumfama omncane. I'm a small farmer. So we are suffering at where we are. There is no water. We are leasing these places, but the water is not there. When you are going to agriculture, they will tell you that there are no funds. And another thing is this, we apply for mobile water tanks that you can use when you are there. You just get your water at the farm. Because I'm farming with cattle, goats, and sheep. And those things need water. I have to get water from my place. My account every month is higher than everything because I have to take water from my place to where I am. So I don't know if maybe CEDA can help us there for the farmers. I'm talking about myself. Even the other farmers also are suffering on water, for water.
So you applied where?
Pardon?
You applied where?
At what's the name? Agriculture.
They are given songs, but they are not refunded. When you are going back to them, they are telling you about the funds. There are no funds. All the time there are no funds.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Can you give him? No, he's been here.
Hi there.
I'll come to you.
Can I speak?
Yeah.
Okay, good morning everybody. My name is Riyad Manuel. I have a company called the Irish Technologies. I am based in the R. So I'm usually standing next to the guy that's in the street vendor here next door. Like the problem I have is basically expansion capital, because there's a lot of innovation I believe that can come to this town especially. But that's just like, that's a small issue. We can address it by CEDA or whatsoever. But what I want to suggest is, why do the government do not do some things to enhance economic activity in this town especially? Because I know, especially from the street vendors especially, the business is kind of very slow for them as well. So why don't you not like host like street parties or something like that, so that they can generate more money and more money can be stimulated into the town especially and into the district itself, so that there's more money coming in? Because I know there is events such as like, you know, street events that makes money, where artists and things comes in, where people from outside the towns come inside and generate, so there's more money coming inside the town especially.
Yeah.
There is more initiative that can be taken, that can be put into place in order to make money, to stimulate the economy, especially in this town, because it's been very quiet since COVID, and we only make once a year proper money, which is December.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, why is it not initiatives and things put into place to stimulate the economy for our street vendors and to make things better for us? Thank you.
So let's stimulate the economy. Let's make sure that there is work for SMMEs within this space, and make sure that then they are able to sell their goods and they make money. Yes, ma'am.
Goedemiddag allemaal. Ik is Anna Rens van Philipstown. Ik kom van een bitterlijke hartseer dorp af, mensen. Ik heb een klein bezigheid in Philipstown. Ik bezit een takeaway. Mijn bezigheid zijn naam is Boniswa Food Parlor. Maar die probleem is, ons sukkel met funding en ons sukkel met equipment. Ons moet nou onze bezighede bestuur met onze huisse geld. En ik wil dankie sê vir SIDA en sy span. Want as het nie vir SIDA was nie, sou ons nie vanoggend nie gewees het nie. Want SIDA moes die boodskap deur my stuur dat ek kan vir Flipstown sê, daar's 'n ding aan die gang, mense, ons moet gaan. Ons het nie eens vervoer gehad om hier uit te kom nie. Ons moes hike om hier uit te kom. En so moet ons nou weer terug hike. Ek wil toch net 'n beroep doen aan die minister, mevrou Stella. Kyk toch na ons asseblief. Gee toch vir ons funding, gee vir ons equipment, want dit is wat ons nou nodig het. En die hartseerste ding in daai dorp van ons, onze jeug, onze kinders, maak matriek klaar, dan moet die kind maar saam met jou in die huis kom sit. Ek weet nie waar jy al gehoor van 'n matrikulant wat skills het nie. Want as hulle aansoek doen, dan moet hulle skills het. 'n Kind wat nou uit die skool uitkom, kan nie skills het nie. En die ander ding wat is, die premier van Renosterberg, hier teenwoordig, Dr. Zamani Soul, kyk toch na ons. Dis my pleidooi, my hartseer. Kyk asseblief, dokter, Flipstown lê in pyn. Baie dankie.
Can you go to that lady? Guys, can you relax? I told you to relax. Can you just do that? Sisi Wana? Yes, please, let's do that.
Molweni, igama lam naledi Mukabo. Mna ndime ngento yasezicaweni. And then ezicaweni zethu sinabantu abahamba ngee-wheelchairs. So sibangenisa njani because indlela sibangenisa ngayo pha eminyango ayikho right. Ufika umuntu bangaba umama omdala siyamxwaya nge-wheelchair yakhe simngenisa ecaweni. And mna as unaledi Mukabo ndiyenza intloko ndizenzela ekhaya eback erumini kabhuti wam. Akho nto endikwazi uyifumana. And itlap and tap ndiculela imuthewo. Kwamuthewo ngomgqibelo lo besiyocula emngcwabeni. I-uniform siyazithengela. Banateki ndiyazithengela iteki. Kuthwani ngeekwaya zethu asiphangeli. So ngezi mali ndizenzayo mna ukuzofakela abantu intloko. Funeka ndithenge iteki yekwayara. Kusafuneka phinde vele nasezicaweni kukho iminikelo, kukho ii-contributions ezenziwayo ngulutsha ezicaweni zethu. So sicela uncedo.
Ngantoni?
Sicela uncedo like upremier into azawukwazi usibonela ngayo ekwayeni ifunding ikwayara zethu ezicaweni zethu. Nathi bantu bayenza ii-saloons emagwethu eziyadini.
Okay. Can you please take this, brother? Thank you, sis. Yeah, so now I'm going to come to you.
Good afternoon. My name is Godfrey Alexander. I'm locally from the R.
Can you give him time?
And I am the owner of an emergency medical services company. I'm not 35 years old as yet. I have never received funding from nowhere. The ambulance standing outside is mine. The problem that I'm currently facing is I need to open a base. I'm working hand in glove with the Department of Health, but I'm operating from my house. So I be down to the point. I need 3 million to open base. The equipment for the base is way expensive. I need to open base because I need to get an inspection from the Department of Health. And to do that, I have most of the things that I have acquired in my company, I have bought from my own pocket. I have equipment to train young people within the field of emergency medical services, first aid and everything. I have all the credentials, all the qualifications, but I've never received funding from nowhere. So now my challenge is I need to open base because there's a lack even from our young people's side and ignorance pertaining to the medical emergencies. Most of our people are dying because our people are not informed. I have the skill set, I have the qualifications. Most of the calls that I'm doing in my community are for free. So the bank needs me to have an annual turnover of 5 million because most of the time I'm not charging for my call out. So I will never ever make a 5 million turnover. And now I'm sitting with a challenge of opening base in the R in order for me to work to get a contract from the state.
Okay. So he needs funding. He's doing a lot of community work, but he needs funding. So SIFA is here to look into the funding. But obviously, the business must be making money. I'm sure we are in the business to make money. It may not be 5 million, but it is making money and it is profitable. So if that is the case, then assistance, we can have a conversation with the guys at the back. But from a policy point of view, the minister would touch base. Sis.
Molweni ndizawuthetha isiXhosa. Ndilapha nje ndimele icompany eziyi-2. Ezimbini ndimele Ulwazi FM oyi-community radio station. Ndiphinde ndimele icompany yam eyiNkolelo Catering and Construction.
Remember, you've got 2 minutes, Nema.
Ulwazi is a community radio station. Ngoku inonyaka i-NPO and ngoku ndiva inhliziyo ebuhlungu because isifa isida uPixley Kaseme, especially Pixley Kaseme, instead of giving us data and airtime, they don't. Even the province, they don't. Njengangoku simile apha silapha sizizele ngama-short notice esiweve estratweni. So, and see-NPO nje, sinabantu esibaqashileyo abasebenzayo, sine-journalists zezindaba, ezikhoyo, ezisebenzayo, ezifuna ukurhola, ezingarholelwa, ezirholelwa istipend. So, into ethetha into yokokuba, uPixley fanele enze umehluko elokishini. Yawo, ngoba abantu abaninzi abadinga izitapeni, baninzi apha. Into enye futhi ebalulekileyo engathi ndingayithetha, i-time frame yenu yokuza apha nikhupha nini ukuze nibe lapha nibaxelela kanjani i-community ye-osomabhizinisi ukuthi nizoba lapha and then i-platform enizisebenzisayo zeziphi ngoba i-radio station ikhona apha kule ndawo wonke ama-event amaninzi siyawahijeka as a radio station.
Okay. All right. So that we are all, I would take, no. I would take 6 more, last 6 hands. So, no, don't raise your hand again. I know which hands I must take. They've been up for quite some time. So you can start this. Then what I would do, colleagues, can you help me with a notepad? Ne? And then go to the other people that I won't take so that they can write their comments, they can come up here while the speakers are speaking, they can respond to them. Yes, my sister.
Thank you very much, Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Charmaine Bartman from Bradstown again. Yeah. I am one of the directors of the NPO. We've opened a place of safety for the homeless children in Bradstown. But at this moment, we don't accommodate them yet. We are still waiting for our certificate from social development from the Children's Act. But what we're doing right now, we give them food 3 times in a week. So our challenge right now is we would like funding maybe for food or hampers just to give the children food. And also, soos ons vorige sprekers gesê het, there's no job creation in Bridgetown. So as ons kan 4 of 5 mense employed, 2 workers, 2 cleaners, 1 administrator, that kind of difference mark in Bridgetown. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Colleagues, I'll stick to, can you go to the 2 gentlemen following each other, the one in the cap, no, I'll come back to you, You'll be the 3rd one, the one in the cap, the one behind him. Sorry, before that, Saleh, can you guys help me with the notebook so we can have everyone else writing their issues? So I've asked for that and I don't see it coming up. So we can then get everyone to raise their concerns so that they can be addressed here. Yes, my brother.
Thank you, sir. Protocol observe. My name is Karabo Mukabo. I'm a director and the founder of Ingomso Youth General Trading. The company is focusing on construction. But since you are a young businessman, you take any opportunity that comes your way. The first thing that I want to outline or question is the issue of infrastructure in our local municipality. Mayor, this one is directed to you. And I believe that you can equip us on this one. There are a lot of infrastructure building of the municipality which young people can go into and exercise their initiatives. I will speak of one, the car wash at the back of Checkers. The car wash is being vandalized daily and will complain about vandalism daily on Facebook page as to say the vandalism is taking place, but we are not giving young people such opportunities so that they can exercise initiatives. There's also a swim part in the Kalats area. We also want to bring it up to you because last year, if not last year, we brought a proposal into the municipality on to say how can we tap into that swimming pool, and the very same generation of money that we're going to make there in that swimming pool, it was going to assist the municipality as well it was going to curb the unemployment rate. Secondly, Minister and the Premier, there is a new development that is coming, and the developments that are coming in our region, in our town. So our request to you is to say, give us resources as the companies of DR. There's a logistic hub that is coming, and we need machinery so that we can go and exercise our initiatives in that logistic hub. So we request that you avail funding, that its criteria would be easy as well, so that most of the businesses here, they can apply in that funding for a machinery. We thank you.
Thank you. Let's open the market. Let's get the local businesses to participate in the economy. I think it's coming up again. Yes, my brother.
Thank you very much for the opportunity. All protocols observed. I think I'm going to be very short. My name is Michael. I'm speaking on behalf of the Ugly Noport here, the business community as well. So number one, the business community is growing very, very fast in Noport due to the unemployment. So we've got a challenge. Sorry?
Yeah, there.
That is growing very fast. So what our challenge is, the SMMEs, there's no SMME support structure in Noport. We have been trying, myself and my business partner, to assist them. If somebody opens a company, we will assist them with the company profiles and all other relevant legislative documents. But to that extent, we are here to speak to you guys to see if we can partner with anyone so that we can take anybody that has a company through a support structure, learning him the business acumen and experience, giving him that relevant qualifications, making sure that that person understands how to market the business, how the finances work, etc., etc. But we need to create an environment where somebody in Noport, unemployed with his own business, can walk to a center where him or her will be facilitated and making sure that that business becomes sustainable as well.
Sure.
That's my concern. Thank you.
Can you come to the gentleman? I thought it was an Orlando Pirates T-shirt. Is it a?
Yes, Pirates.
Is it a Paga Paga?
They win.
Yeah, that team that doesn't win.
Ndiyabulisa ke nkokheli zam ezithandekayo. Ndibulise koso business. Mna andizuba mde. Ndifuna ukuthi nje mna ekuqaleni kwami ukusebenza ndidirector kaZama Impilo General Trading. Ndiye ndafumana ndabusiseka ke ngabasayidi i3. Ndabe kunzima ke kakhulu kum ngoba bendikhasa ndiqala ukungena. Kungekho mntu undisapotayo nganto, kwafaneka ndithengise nemfuyo yam ukuze ndizokwazi ukuba ndisustain apha, ndibhatale abantu, ndiqashe izimoto, ivanti njengamasayidi emathathu. Kanti ngafikeleliyo kwelinye isayidi bandibize ngapha ndithi hayi ndibambekile, bathi asithanga wena ke ungene kwizinto ezifana nezi ngoba ukathathu siyakufuna nalapha. Uyayivisa ke ngoba efaneka ndibaleke ndiye ngapha ndiboleka izimali, oosida naba bayablenka nje apha abasincedanga nganto. Ngonje ke ngoku mna ndiphucule abantu, impilo zabantu ndiziguqulile eBreadstown, eRichmond, eDR. Mna ndincedwa ngubani? Ngoba nangonje andikafumani umsebenzi, ndisazama ukuphuma ematyaleni endiwenzileyo. Abantu bam bahleli bazifumene ke nemali zabo njengoba begqibile usebenza. Mna ndisesematyaleni, nangoku besijonga uba ndizawufumana umsebenzi futhi apha. Le nto kuthetha ngoba i-lack of communication, siva izinto 5-2 kuthiwa hayi sezidlule, kanti besizawuthi singene phaa. Ngubani ke ngoku oza kundinceda mna? Ndicela ugovernment, ngoba ugovernment uyazenza izinto zakhe phaa phezulu. Ngabantu nje abalapha ezantsi abangazenziyo into befaneka abaqashele zona. Mama sicela nisincede ke nisijonge, siyasokola siyafa singoosobhizinisi abakhasayo. Asiyindawo, sifane nje sayeka yonke kwaloo nto. Akho apho besincedakala khona koomasipala bethu. Thina siyanibulela, siyayibona into eniyenzayo, naleya namhlanje inkulu kakhulu ukuthi uba nizosivela nive iingxaki zethu. Khanisincedeni ke, mna ndisetyale ndifuna umsebenzi. Ndifuna umsebenzi ndingene kumasango ngamasango, akho nto ilungayo.
Thank you. Opportunities again. Cela uningena ngibhuti wesigqoko esimhlophe. We started this side, colleagues. We moved to this side. So I will get the book to come to this side so that you can write what you need to write. It will be responded to, right? Just wait, Sissy. No, just wait. Just wait. Like, why are you doing that? Just wait. Yes, my brother, you can start.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Dion. I have my own company. And my company's name is M. Tanjani General Services. You know what? I said to myself sometimes, when you have your own business, you are moving in the right direction. But now, when I'm in my own business, when I'm having my own business, I see all the obstacles and negative things that that is happening on the moment. What actually shocked me the most is that I using my own money. I was working for a company. I used my own money. So I said to myself, I will grow in business because if I use my own money, I sacrifice actually my children and generate money into my business. So what happened now on the moment, since I start my business and they look at my papers, they said, no, your company is still new. So it makes me negative because my company is still new. I don't have any references. So when will I start to be recognized and have funds and so on? And another thing is this, sometimes you feel that, okay, let me leave this business. Let's go and look for a job. Now, okay, when you heard about vacancies and you also said to yourself, you're going to put your CV in there. When you go for an interview, now they said to you, you are too old. So now you're standing in the middle of you are too old and there's no funds on the other side, you have your own business. So now you tell me, guys, which way forward? Because while I don't see any way that we as small businesses will be successful. This is the only province, especially in the Northern Cape. I come from other provinces. When you have a small business, it's very slow. But in other provinces, it's very fast. I don't know what's the reason. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. We'll bring so I want to allow our guest speakers to speak and respond to these matters, right? I will bring, so can someone indicate where the book is so that then we cover everyone here? Saleh, where are you now? Please make sure that you get those 3 hands there to write so that they can be addressed here, so that we can continue. It's very important that we do so. All right. With that having said, I think we've received quite a lot of questions. We will then be able to, and another thing, we're not going anywhere, we're here. So I'll allow the program to continue. Then the Premier will come in, there were a lot of issues raised. The Minister will come in, there were a lot of issues raised. Then we'll continue with the program like that. But can we make sure that we get everyone, so that then when they respond, they've got all the questions on the floor. Thank you very much. Ma, I'll return it to you so that you can continue. Thank you guys, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Nkosikhona. Ndiyafuna ukuthi niziphakamisile izinto ebenicinga nifuna ukuziphakamisa. Ndiyafuna ukuthi kuni nathi silapha siyi-district sizanilandelela. And zonke izinto nizithethileyo apha, nanku umuntu we-district uzibhalile phansi, nathi sizanilandelela. Sizawuya kwezi ndawo zenu sonijonga ukuba nenza le nto beniyithethe apha na. Ngoku ke siyabulela. Nakuni ke bahlali ngokuphakamisa ons is baie dankbaar oor die goeie wat julle nou hier opgesit het, maar ons wil ook sê as die district ons sal vir julle opvolg om te kyk is dit waar wat julle hier gesê het julle besighede. Baie dankie. Now I'm handing over to okay. Asanda, Ayanda. Okay. Now we are going to give NYDA just to say something. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Goeiemorgen. Hoe gaan dit? I hope I got the pronunciation correct. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I will start off by firstly acknowledging Minister of Small Business and Development, Minister Stella Abraham Dabeni, Premier Dr. Zamani Saul, the Executive Mayor of Pixley Kaseme District, Councillor Dumileng, Speaker of Pixley Kaseme, Councillor Sintu, Mayor of Mtanjeni Local Municipality, Councillor Nkumbi, CEO Stroke Mpathi Nkubo, Nkosikhona Mbatha, Chief Director, Mr. Christians, as well as everyone present this afternoon. I prepared a presentation which I see the team is still busy loading it, but I think for the sake of time, I'll just delve straight into it and just really take you through what are the various products and services that are available at the NYDA. Now, the NYDA, as some of you know, is the National Youth Development Agency, which is an agency within the Department of Women, Youth and Persons with Disability. Now, the agency was really established to be a single unitary agency that is meant to mainstream and champion issues of youth development across the country. Now, looking at what would be some of our various products and services that I'll delve into, I firstly would just want to take you through, as the board, we were appointed by the president late last year, and one of the areas that we felt important was this issue of inculcating an agency, inculcating an agency that is able to ensure that there is economic participation through youth entrepreneurship, to be able to create and sustain decent jobs and employment opportunities through our jobs program. We also have a component that looks at social cohesion and capacity building through our National Youth Service Program, as well as being able to coordinate the Integrated Youth Development Strategy. Next slide. So in this province, Northern Cape, we have 2 offices. We have 1 branch office, or 4 rather, sorry, 1 branch office as well as 3 district offices. Now, our products and services, we have what is called the Program Design, Development and Delivery Division, which houses all the designs as well as the implementation of the organization's program. Now, this covers various programs such as your youth entrepreneurship trainings. We've got job training program, job placement program, skills development, grant vouchers, and so on and so forth. Now, just looking at what is our delivery model, now we've got 2 streams within the agency that speaks directly to our delivery model. The first one being an entrepreneurship stream, as well as the employment stream. Now, within the entrepreneurship stream, we've got various products that we do offer. We've got training, grant program, voucher programs, as well as business advisory support that we give to young people. And then on the employment stream, we've got your job preparedness training, as well as job placement programs. But also, we also provide general or generic life skills that cut across offering assistance insofar as ensuring that young people are capacitated in being able to solve decision making, to be able to be more resilient, be creative, problem solution orientated, enhance effective communication, as well as understanding the world of work and personal development plans. Now, for work seekers, some of the non-financial programs that we do make available is one, we assist young people with CV writing, self-assessment trainings, preparing them for interviews, as well as building on a professional image. Within the job placement programs, we've got various internship programs and opportunities. We've got paid volunteer work, apprenticeships, as well as job placement programs. Now, for the entrepreneurship stream, and this is for, what are the programs and services that we have available for young people, but particularly within the entrepreneurial sector. We've got your non-financial support that we give to young entrepreneurs, and this cuts across your business development training. We assist with sales pitching, triple BE training, as well as cooperative governance training. Now, when we look at the entire value chain of youth entrepreneurship within the NYDA, what we see or what we try and build on is the first component looks at awareness. Secondly, we assist with needs analysis. And then the third component of this entire youth needs continuum is business development support that speaks to assisting young people to craft or draft their business plans. We offer entrepreneurship development training, business development support, mentorship support, as well as assisting young people to create the necessary market linkages for the sustainability of their businesses. We also have what we refer to as a pathway management network program, and within that we've got 5 priority interventions. One, we have workforce solutions for growing jobs, tech-enabled youth self-employment, and township enterprise development. The third component is workplace-based experience, and then the last one looks at opportunity to do service or services, which speaks to our program, the National Youth Service Program. We also have programs wherein we connect employers with engaged work seekers, and within that component, we've got our SA Youth Partner Network. That is an online self-service platform with access to about 1.5 million engaged work seekers nationally. We also have our sayouth.mobi platform, which is a zero-rated platform, meaning you do not need to have data to access that platform. And within that platform, young people rather are supported on the Mobi site, social media, WhatsApp, emails, toll-free. We also have a toll-free line rather, as well as on Facebook Messenger. We are easily and readily available to assist young people across those various virtual platforms. The next slide I won't really delve into. It just speaks to our virtual footprint and how young people can access those opportunities online. Then the other component or the other product that we have available is our National Youth Service Program. Now, the National Youth Service Program is a government program that is implemented as well as coordinated by the NYDA. The program was initially crafted but later redefined in 2013 to be less of an employment program but rather of a platform of service to young people. So over the years, we've seen programs such as UNARISAC take up the space of service without proper profiling of the work that is being done. Now, the announcement by the Presidential Youth Employment Intervention by the President really provides us an opportunity for the elevation of this National Youth Service Program, wherein we want to upscale the intake of young people from 35,000 to 50,000 young people that will be placed in this program that we make available. Now, your questions would be, why NYS? Why National Youth Service? Why is it particularly important for young people to form part of such a program? Now, we understand that, for instance, you've got your NEET sector, which is your young people that are not employed or in education and training. So this particular cohort of young people are characterized by youth with severe, limited attainment of development milestones. So the ideals that are situated within the NYS, the National Youth Service Program, inculcates these ideals of social cohesion, nation building, patriotism, and those are the ideals that remain center and central to get young people engaged in community development. Now, when we look at the National Youth Service model, there are fundamental objectives that are located within this program. One, as I've already alluded to, is to inculcate a culture and a spirit of patriotism. Two, to build on social cohesion and unity in diversity. To be able to also have youth to serve their communities, as well as have youth understanding their role in the National Reconstruction Plan. Now, what the program offers is training, character building, as well as personal development, as well as this ideas of social cohesion in the form of community service. Now, the program is anchored around two fundamentals, the first being skills development, and then the second component looks at expanded volunteer programs. I won't really go much into the details of the structure of the National Youth Service Program. The next slide, excuse me, the next slide really looks at what are the objectives of the NYS. I won't go into those details as well. Then I'll go on to the slide that speaks to the exit pathways that exist after young people make use of the various products and services that I've outlined. And simply put, exit pathways in a typical NYS, the National Youth Service Program, involves the following. One, we've got various employment opportunities, either a full-time or part-time basis, further learning and training opportunities, as well as enterprise development. Now, the next slide really just looks at what have been some of the flagship programs that we're currently implementing within the NYDA. We have the 50,000 opportunities to be available that I spoke about for volunteers through our revitalized National Youth Service Program. We've also been appointed to run the Community Works Program for Mpumalanga, which will rather engage 27,000 work seekers with opportunities across 19 sites in the province. And then we're also committed to the National Pathway Management Network to provide sustainable opportunities, particularly for young people. Now, this brings me to the end of my presentation. Thank you very much, and we are available to, the team and I are available to engage young people further, should there be any clarity-seeking questions, and so on. Thank you.
Thank you very much. There you are, young people. You can engage with her in issues affecting young people. Now, we are going down with our program. Data. Lokala wena me. Yeah.
Ja, ek sal vat die pakkie van Mthanjeni. As ek die pakkie van Mthanjeni vat, ek sal begin daarby fundiswa hier die kommunikasie tussen munisipaliteit en die besigheidsmense. En ander spreker wat ook gepraat het oor hoe het hulle die kommunikasie gekry het vir die program. En ons vat responsibility vir dit as die munisipaliteit. En daar is 'n event wat kom by munisipaliteit wat die munisipaliteit ken nie. En die mense wat moet communicate moet dit doen. En as so sleg as jy hoor die gemeenskap wat ons dien nie inligting het nie. En vir dit ons sê as munisipaliteit ons sal improve op dit. Op die huidige oomblik sal ons net seker maak dat as ons uitgaan, ek sal vra die manager in die kantoor met die inligting, dat as ons attendance register geteken en elke persoon van besigheid wat daar is, ons sal seker maak dat die inligting ons kry hom ook by die kantoor om beter kommunikasie te hê tussen ons en die besigheidsmense. En op die noot, ek glo die kommunikasie vorentoe sal beter wees met die besigheidsmense. U maak die dorp met julle se besigheid. Al hoe klein is jou besigheid, is baie belangrik. En mense wat ook by die straat besigheid maak, julle hier moes mense, alles 1 of 2, julle maak verskil op ander mense se lewe. Ons sal dit met ernstige nood vat, die kommunikasie tussen ons en die besigheidsmense. Mr. September van Bristol, u het voorstel gemaakt van paving project. Ek weet die paving project hy was daar, ek dink 2006 up until 2009. En die project was gedoen deur die gemeenskap. Elke week het 2 mense gehad by die paving machine. En geskiedenis is 'n goeie ding. En my brains by goede wat gebeur by die munisipaliteit, ek vergeet nie so maklik nie. En die selfe project het strate gepave met die paving. Die launch van die project het straat 8 klaar gepave. Die project. Die machine het die so gestaan nie onder. Maar die selbe gemeenskap het gebesluit om die paving machine uit te pluk. Uit te pluk. Uit te pluk. Maar jy weet mos wat is uitpluk. Uit te pluk. Jy vat die stuk vandag, môre dan vat jy 'n ander stuk, oormôre vat jy 'n ander stuk. En as die ander mense wat dit gedoen het, ne, as ons, jy keer nie ander persoon as hy verkeerde ding doen. Maar die ma van die huis, hy sal sê as hy uitgaan, as jy sê, jou kan dit gedoen, dan sê die ma, nie, dan gebruik jy ander woorde. Maar die paving machine was daar. En ons het die paving, die toestand wat die paving machine is op die huidige oomblik is deur ons. En ek glo nou, as ons nou gaan loer, hy's nie weer daar nie. Ek weet, hy was daar. En die gemeenskap weet, dat as ons daar gegaan het van straat 8, hy sou na ander wijk toe gegaan het, om paving aan te gaan. Daai was die besluite van die gemeenskap van Mthanjeni. En maar dieselfde gemeenskap het die project laat afgaan. Ek hoor van Mr. TK van Bristol, ons het gehoor aan die goede wat jy gepraat het. Jy maak 'n voorstel van 'n hoenderproject vir Mthanjeni. As 'n goeie idee, maar net maak jou plannetjies net by mekaar. Ons sal hierdie kant van munisipaliteit die project fine-tune. Ek glo Sis Talita en die oom daar ek ken net jou naam my brani, die non-payment van die werk wat u gedoen het. Die kan van munisipaliteit ons sal vra as ons uit is, net details kry wat die project het sal doen by munisipaliteit, hoe lang het jy gewag vir jou payment as jy nog nie gebetaal is, ek moet die inligting kry as ons hier uitgaan. Ons het gehoor, het gestaliteerd gepraat van Koksta sê, nee sissie, ja. En dat is die antie van mevrou Greef, maar Greef, u het gepraat van rezoning. En rezoning moest je maak aansoek voor dit, om dit laat plaatsvind. Nee maar, ja. Maar as jy dan nie weet, het aansoek gedoen vir dit, of nog gedoen het nie, as ons klaar is, dan kry ons mekaar hier so buitekant, dan sê ook, hoe werk dit, om daar by die punt te kom, wat jy gevra, die plek van my moet gerezone word. Maar hoe zonde, Boedendoda, ons noem hem so, premier, Boedendoda, as jy vir die oom soek, ons ken hom soos Boedendoda. Yes, ja, Boedendoda. As die enigste Boedendoda wat ons het in de aard. Enigste een. Die oom is een small farmer. Commonage, hulle gebruik mos commonage om hulle vee te hou. Ja, daar is uitdagings by die engel van commonage. Baie uitdagings, contract en wat, en die goede wat moet recht gemaakt word, wie moet het recht maak, wie moet hom nie recht maak, wie hier nie, betaal jy die hier, al die type klasse dinge. Daar is mense wat met dit werk, is uitdagings wat ek voorgeleid, ons sal om luister, daar buiten kan, eindelijk waar is die plaas waar jy van praat, al die type klasse dinge, dan kan ons aandag gee op dit. Ja, die antie van Ulwazi, die antie is uit nou. Die antie die gesit. Waar is hy? Is uit, ne? Waar is die antie? Nee, hy is lang weg. Hy is baie lang weg. Ek wil nie achter haar antwoord nie. Ek wil op antwoord. Ja. Kijk, as jy uit is, in een vergadering iets gevraagd, dan gaan jy uit. Dat sê jy sit genuine nie op jou vraagie. Hy sê maar so, ne? Maar in min woorde. Laat ons so maak, as ons die antie antwoord. Ulwazi, alman weet mos, Ulwazi behoort aan iemand, ne? En die support wat ons moet gee, sal so gaan om ander goede te doen. Ek weet, ek was daar by hulle, ons het gepraat, die uitdagings wat hulle het, en ons gepraat oor wat moet sy doen, om te sien, hoe help ons mekaar om Ulwazi, laat hy vorentoe gaan. Hulle het iets gestuur, ons het hom ge-acknowledge, ons is in die middel van die boekjaar, wat ons gepraat het. Ons het ingegaan in die middel van die boekjaar, ons het gepraat, ons sal ons deel by die lys wat hulle gestuur het. Wat maak ons as munisipaliteit om Ulwazi laat hy aangaan vorentoe? Ons sal ons hier vir ons self commit en sê, môre, ons sal dit doen. Die môre sal kom. As jy kom, dan altyd ek is besig, ek hou my foon, ek is baie besig. Ek wil nie sulke persoon wees. So die gedeelte wat ons sal aangee, sal genoeg vir ons as munisipaliteit toepas by hulle. So die antie nou is hier nie. Ek moet net hier gaan, want sy het gepraat voor die mense dat hulle nodig help as die Ulwazi. Is Karabo Karabo. U het jou punt, waar is Karabo? Sien jy? Sien jy, as jy vrae gaan vra in 'n vergadering, as jy uitgaan, hy sê baie van u. Al antwoord of nie antwoord nie, as jy 'n goeie ding nie. Alles is waarheid wat jy gaan sê nie, of onwaar, maar as jy uit is, hy vat daai waar of onwaar van die punt, laat hy nie saak maak nie. Die oasis swembad. Almal weet mos waar staan die oasis swembad. In Windwoordstraat. Ons het ons gebesluit, ons breek hom af. Né? Ons het die swembad afgebreek. Afgebreek. Daar was 'n auntie wat daar gewerk het. Hy het oor die swembad gebly. Oor die swembad. Ons gemeenskap van Mthanjeni, ons het gebesluit, ons breek jou af. Ons breek jou af. Ons weet mos Desember man, ons het mos daar gehad, ons eie goedjies gedoen daar. Maar ons het daai besluite gemaak. Ons breek hom af. En niemand, ek sê 'n beeld ietsie, né? Ek bring 'n dier vir jou vir 'n R50 te verkoop, 'n vadersom. Ons het hom uitgepluk. Ons. Dieselfde swembad, nou vandag, lyk of as 'n nuwe ding. As 'n ou ding, ons het die swembad uitgepluk. Mense, Mthanjeni, ons pluk goede uit. Ons breek af. Ons het die ou hospitaal geëet binne 2 maande. Geëet. Die ou hospitaal geëet. Alman, elke een het sy sing gevat, ander een het ander ding gevat, ons. En ons vergeet baie vandag ons. Baie vandag. En ons keer mekaar die nuwe houding wat ingekom het in Mthanjeni. Ons keer mekaar. Ons laat dinge gebeur. Ons koop gesteelde goede. Dink die mense sal los om te steel. Sal nooit los nie. Desember man. Ek wil net ons net mekaar dit vir Desember man. Ons het self load shedding gemaak in Mthanjeni. Self. Ons het die load shedding self gemaak. Ons het die krag cables gevat live, die elektriciteit is live, dat vat ons weg. Dan gaan die krag af. Diezelfde gemeenskap, dan klaar ons, die krag gaat af van Mthanjeni, die kant en die kant. Dan moet ons die goede koop. Ons as Mthanjeni, ons moet leer. Ons moet leer. Die goede wat ons het vandaag, ons sal nie môre het nie. En die houding wat ons het oor munisipaliteitse geboue, as ons hierdie houding het, ons sal die munisipaliteit plat steel. Plat, ons alman. Ons alman. En dit het 'n negative impact by die besigheidsmense wat sal kom invest hierso in die aard. Ons praat mos, ons soek daai en daai. Maar as ons waardeer die bietjie wat ons het en beskerm, ons sal 'n mooi en 'n goeie munisipaliteit. Ons sal altyd klaar oor dinge wat ons gehad het, maar ons breek hulle af. Mense, ons weet, ons krag het 'n probleem. Almal weet, ons het 'n probleem met krag. Maar die manier wat ons dinge doen, steel mense, vandalize, is nie 'n goeie ding nie. Die taxi ring, wat ons van praat, das beehives mos daar. Nee? Mense moet ingaan, en elke persoon weet wie was daar. By die beehives, hierso by die taxi ring. En daar's 'n toilet mos daar. En hy selfde taxi ring, daar's 'n car wash. En die persoon net is net hier nie. Mense, ons moet, as jy ding sê en praat as jou opinie, totdat daar feite is op 'n ding, dan kan die ding reg is. Daar's mense wat daar gewees het, wat die taxi-ring geraan het. Die taxi-ring was maar daaronder. Wat die winkel is daar nou? Sien jy, hoe vergeet ons in Tanzania? Ons het moes 'n beeld moes daaronder. Nee mense, ons het beeld die taxi-ring, die car wash was daar. En het was geraan deur jong mense. Toe die taxi-ring gebou word, toe gaan die mense wat daar gewees het, gemove na die taxi-ring toe. En ek sê altyd, ek vergeet nie maklik nie. Dieselfde mense wat daar gewees het, mense daar gewees het by die taxi-ring, wat ons nou 'n issue het oor dit. Die taxi-ring, die car wash wat daar gewees het, en mense het geld gekry mos by die government, wat die taxi-ring geraan het. En ek glo Putspeto, toe ek gepraat van credit bureau, jy kan nie sulke dinge accessie. En as jy geld gekry het by die regering, en jy mors, wat gebeur? Wat gebeur mense? Jy sal nooit weer kry nie. Jy het geld gekry mos, funding gehelp. Dan die regering moet jou weer geld gee mense. Moet jy kry. Ons vra maar net. Die mense wat daar by die taxi-ring, hulle het geloop by dieselfde proses. As die persoon nie gewees het, ek wil die ding net explain het, laat hy verstaan. Daar is 'n company wat interest om hulle se besigheid te develop, groot maak. Maar een ding van wat jy geleer het in die aard, jy kan 'n ding in 'n hoek praat, maar die ding het 'n manier om uit te gaan. Het 'n manier om in te gaan. Nou, is so moeilik om antwoord dat ding wat nog nie gebeur nie. En iemand het inligting. Is niks verkeerd nie om inligting te kry. Maar die inligting moet in 'n regte manier kom. En as inligting gepraat word deur die leiers van Tanzania by die gemeenskap, dit sal gebeur. Hy maak sin. Maar as jy daar vra iets wat jy nie seker van dit nie, is so moeilik om dit te antwoord. Nou jy sal sê die ding sal so gebeur, dan gebeur die ding nie. En dit is die situasie wat ons nou ondervind by die vraag wat gevra is. Die logistic hub, hy is ook gevra hierso. Nee? En ons wil nie goed te praat nie, wat nog al nie daar is nie. Is 'n goeie ding om iets te sê wat jy weet, waar staan jy met goede. En met die woorde, baie dankie.
Ja, baie dankie Meyer. Ons breek, ons soek, ons kry dit, maar ons breek dit. Nou, kan? Okay, all right.
Thank you. Thanks, Ma. Can I just do this quick one so that we've received all the written questions. Those that are directed to the Premier have been given to the Premier, and those that are directed to the Minister have been given to the Minister, so they will respond. But I want the following people, our SMMEs, to go to either SIDA or SIFA table. Tandega, is it Tandega Matlani? Please go to the SIDA table. Nontobego, please go to the SIFA table. Berry, please go to the SIFA table. Tuso, Mashal, I think it's Mashal, please go to the SIFA table. Hendrik, SIFA, think it's Junkers or Yankers, accountants, SIDA, Oluetu, SIDA, Martin, SIDA, that is Martin, and then Michael Brooks, SIDA, Leonardo, NYDA will respond, no Hlile on Ngongo, Sifa, Bulelwa, SIDA, this one is called to the minister, Masesi, Mlenzana, Sifa, and then, yeah, and then Zugisi, please go to Sifa. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ngoku sizawunikela kumfengu tata wephon. Phendula abahlali mhleka.
Goeiemiddag Mthanjeni. Hoe gaan dat? Ek sien toe ons hier begin het, was almal vol energie en nou dis 5 minute oor 1, ek sien die energie het nog bietjie gedaal. Ja, maar laat ek die geleentheid gebruik om julle almal te groet. En ek glo graag dat almal van de aard verstaan Afrikaans, as dit is so nie. Ja, as jy van de aard, Newport en Colesburgers, dan moet jy daarom een beetje van Afrikaans verstaan. Maar wat ek wil graag sê vir klein besighede, dat vandaag is een baie belangrike dag. Want voor de eerste keer het ons hier in de Mthanjeni municipaliteit die minister wat aangesteld is door de president verantwoordelijk voor klein besighede. Sy is nou hier saam met ons. Ik denk dat is een baie belangrike dag. En sy het gesit en geluister voor die uitdagings van julle wat vir hom gesê het van die uitdagings wat daar is hier in Mthanjeni vir klein besigheidsmanne en vroue. So dis 'n baie belangrike dag. Dis iets wat nog nooit gebeur het nie in die verlede, maar sy is hier vandag en sy is hier vandag om saam met ons te praat. En ek is bly dat ek gesien het, almal wat hierin is, het die geleentheid gebruik. Soos sy daar gesit het sy notas geneem. En ook wat baie belangrik is, vir die eerste keer in de aard, het ons die voorsitter van die NYDA, National Youth Development Agency, as die nationale jeugontwikkelingsagent, is ook hier saam met ons. En dit moet ons ook waardeer. Haar naam is Asanda Lukawa. Asanda, groet daarom vir die mense van de aard. En as die nationale voorsitter van die NYDA, en ek is seker ons het vir haar goed geluister, dat NYDA is daar om jong mense te help wat in besigheid wil inkom. En ek is seker dat na die vergadering paar jong mense wat hier is, hulle sal die geleentheid gebruik om saam met haar te praat, net om te verstaan, wat is dit wat hulle kan doen, om seker te maak dat hulle groei ekonomies hier in Mthanjeni. So dat is baie belangrik, maar daar is paar goede wat julle genoem het, en SIFA is ook hier, SIDA is ook hier, die departement van ekonomiese ontwikkeling en toerisme is ook hier, ons het vir Dere Christian wat hier is. Dit beteken almal wat belangrik is, wat ook 'n rol speel vir inspuiting in klein besighede. Hulle is almal hier. Maar daar's paar goedjies wat genoem was en ek is seker die minister sal ook antwoorde gee op alles wat u hulle genoem het. Maar wat ek dink is baie belangrik dat ek dit noem. Ek sien daar's mense wat gepraat het van die NPO af. Van die NPO af. En vir die mense wat van die NPO's afkom wat hier gepraat het, die is nou verkeerde platform vir dit. Because ons is hier om saam met klein besigheidsmans en vrouens te praat. Maar baie van hulle het goed benoem wat baie belangrik is. En wat ek vir hulle vra om te doen, is dat ek het mense van my kantoor wat hier is, hulle kan ons kontak besonderhede vat. Dan kan hulle vir ons briewe skryf rondom die uitdagings wat hulle het. Because an NPO is different from a small business enterprise. These are not the same things. So, ons sal vir hulle vra, ons sal hulle ons besonderhede gee, laat hulle vir ons direk skryf, dan sal ons, tesame met die departement van maatskaplike ontwikkeling, sien wat kan ons doen om die probleme op te los. Daar's ook ander goede wat genoem was, daar's 'n ou Johannes Vas, wat iets genoem het rondom recycling company en scrap dealer, fixed capital en working capital wat hy soek, die man wat gepraat het van 35.000 rand en 5 mense wat hy onmiddellik sal aanstel en al die type goede. Vir so gevalle, en dit is nie net vir Joe alleen nie, meneer Vas. Vir so gevalle, mense moet nie waag vir so vergaderings nie. Jy hoef nie te waag vir so vergadering. En daar's paar wat ook dieselfde dinge genoem soos Jabulela, September en